do you like to be called Lolo?
No, I don't like to be called Lolo. It's just what everybody calls me since I was a little toddler.
It means grandfather in.
I don't know. Yeah, I believe it comes from a derivative of my name. So my name is Manuel, and a derivative of my name is Manolo. So I think it comes from that. Lolo, Manolo. Yeah.
Interesting. My dad's name's Manuel also, and he actually got his nickname was Manolete, like that, like the bullfighter, right?
Oh,
so,
interesting.
Yeah, so he got called that as a kid. And Alexander Helene, how do I pronounce your last name? I don't think I ever have before.
That's perfect. Right? That's perfect.
Yes,
that is
rocking.
And I don't have any
of A Traitor to Dreams. There we go.
That's right.
And I'll put that link in the chat for everybody who's interested in books. Because we do books too, as well as comic books and whatever our book things are. So we are making the push to 10K today. I call this for two reasons. We have a couple things going on right now. So which is of course my own push to 10K on Flying Sparks Volume 3. We're at 197 backers and at 97.65. So we are less than $250 away from this. Probably like 3 or 4 more backers will get us there.
Congrats.
Or if all you who watch add like $25 onto your pledge and get a T-shirt, that will do it too. So there's multiple ways to get there, and I'm sure we'll get there today. Do it. And then is that for the book?
That's his comic book, right? What's it called?
My comic book, Flying Sparks.
Right. It looks excellent, by the way.
Thank you.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
I'll have to get a copy for myself.
Thanks. We have a secondary push though for a push to 10K, which is Manuel's book, In Search of Sacha, which is a painted storybook. Do you want to tell us about this a little bit? So this is not a comic exactly. It's more a traditional storybook with pictures and all that, right?
Yeah. So big, colorful pictures and written in like a novel format, but it's a lot shorter than a novel. So it's like 6,000 words about.
All right, I'm going to push this up on the screen so everybody can see your beautiful art. I don't know Manuel all that well, but I know him through Alexander here, and Alexander is one of my best bros online here. And so he says, Manuel's cool. And so I'm all right, we're going to promote his shit then. And that's how it works.
Alexander, I recruited Alexander to be my editor.
That's how it works.
Good.
So he's making sure.
Yeah, Manuel actually.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, guys.
Well, I was going to say we're getting it done, but it's funny because Manuel did the cover for my next book.
Really?
And that's why I got really blown away by his artwork. I was like, this is perfect. So
have you posted it anywhere yet?
Exchanged emails, got in touch. I have, on the blog and on Twitter a couple of times. The book's called The Last Ancestor. And I mean, he just knocked it out of the park with that artwork. I mean, it's absolutely.
Let me Twitter stalk
that's how this whole
your
crazy
media
thing
real quick.
Started.
All right, so we're looking for The Last Ancestor right now. I found it. All right.
You got it.
Wow, this is like, oh my gosh, this art's so good. Oh my gosh.
Check that cover. It's so
I'm glad you like it.
Let me pull this up, guys, because you're going to want to see this. This is like a classic 70s or 60s or 50s, like beautiful sci-fi thing. This is the art that we're going to be supporting with, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Wow.
Excellent.
There we go. And you even got Manuel, did you do the text too, or did you?
I've seen it a million times. And
right. Yeah. I mean, I might have given him like 20 different options of different fonts.
So
we settled on that one.
This is classic font. It all works in such a great way. I'm
excited. So psyched.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Thank you.
Well, this is the art we're trying to support today.
But you can see why we have to
supporting my boy. It's okay. I'll promote. You can promote too. Well, I'll promote. And let's try to get in search for Sacha back up here, because this is the reason for this season today.
The task at hand.
Lots of beautiful art that's very much in that vein right here, and this is cool. We don't get a lot of artists on here. I get a lot of writers. Obviously, Tim Lim, who's on here is an artist. So your work is it painted? Is it digital or is it traditional?
This is all digital on Photoshop, And I use one of these Wacom Cintiq tablets where I just draw right on the screen.
Let's see if we can pull that up real quick. How do I show this? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to show me. I want to show you. How do I do that?
Your work of art too, John.
I don't know. I don't know how to do that. So, oh well. That's cool. So those tablets. I mean, that's neat. So you literally just draw with a little stylus or something like that. That's pretty sweet.
Right.
How long does it take you
That's
to
awesome.
do these paintings? Because these are so intricately detailed. Like I can't even imagine.
I'd say that these paintings are taking me anywhere from 10 to 20 hours each.
Wow.
About, yeah. Yeah, I have very late nights, just staying up painting all the time.
Pretty stuff. What got you? What got you started? What got you on these tablets too, instead of traditional art?
When I first, I went to FIT. It's a SUNY university here. It's a Fashion Institute of Technology, and they have a pretty good art program there. And when I first went in 2005, it was like the first or the second day of school of classes. I had a digital art class, and I had no idea what to expect. And they pulled this out. It was the old fashioned. Do I have it here? I have one somewhere, but it's a pen tablet that you get to draw on the tablet while you're looking at the screen. So it's a little bit more uncomfortable. You got to get used to it. You're drawing here, but you're looking up, Yeah. When I first saw that, I was so blown away. I ran out. As soon as the school day was over, I ran out and I bought one for myself. And since then, I haven't looked back. I mean, I still do traditional art. I still do paints and oils and in watercolors sometimes. But like 70 to 80% of my work is digital.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gosh, well, it's really paid off. I mean, I just see
it has.
I mean, I'm just looking at your Indiegogo page right now, and it's just, I can pull this back up again. It's just, everything's beautiful on here. I wish these were, there we go. We can get them a little bigger. Look at that stuff. Look at the detail of the faces, the expressions. Yeah. Gorgeous stuff. So what's this story about?
I'll let Alexander answer. He's more verbose. I kind of stumble over my words. Alexander, you there?
Oh, Alexander pieced out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, I swiped the wrong button. Yeah, so the story, it's about, hey, no problem. So I'm verbose, but I'll try not to keep it too wordy. So the story, it's about it's a husband and wife, mother, father, and they're guardians of a sacred forest. And their son, a young boy named Sacha, goes missing. And they, as you can imagine, they're trying to figure out what happened to their boy. So the parents' names are Alicia and Amar. And Alicia is, very motherly, but she's very powerful. She carries a sword that cries like an eagle when she swings it, and she can control the winds. And Amar is more of a earth kind of magician, you could say. He's got a staff that roars like a lion, and he can control the plants and the rocks and things like that. So the book, one thing I really liked about the story when I first saw it is that it has this really cool kind of fairy tale quality to it that I think Lolo's art matches just perfectly. So along the way, they're tracking Sacha, and Sacha goes through a struggle of his own. There's some cool monsters, fights, but also it's kind of a personal story. Sacha comes of age as he learns to overcome. I don't want to ruin the story, but there's, there's a villain, and there's some cool stuff in here. And I just tried to help Lolo get the story to where he wanted it to be, and we're going to really try to make it match the art. I've seen a lot of the art that the folks haven't seen, and I mean this is going to be good. This is going to be good. I'm so psyched to get this to 10K or more and just see the finished product and get it to people.
And we've got 36 days left. We're going to get to 10K, no problem.
It's at 82% now, right?
Yeah, it's at 82%. It's at $8,000. The art's beautiful, so everybody's gonna click on this and just be like, "Wow!" And no problem. I don't see an issue getting there. So
there's a short video. It's a 4-minute video there where I'm talking about the story and presenting it. And
hold on, guys.
And I think it does a good job at piquing people's interest. So I'm hoping that more people see it. The only thing that's the hard part is actually getting people to see it.
Yeah, definitely. That's the typical struggle of crowdfunds, and that's why we're here today to help you get seen. Let's so what about you? So you are you went to the Fashion Institute of Technology. You learned this stuff. You learned how to paint very well. I mean, you're painting better than like most pro book covers that I'm seeing out there these days. So,
really?
Like, how come I don't know who you are already? Like, what
I
else
don't know.
What else has been up to you?
Yeah, that's the thing about the world. It's so heavy in competition right now that there's all sorts of super talented people that are, barely getting by.
Yeah.
So yeah. I thought it would be a little easier when I was younger, but I'm finding out it's pretty hard to get my name, to get some recognition.
First crowdfund though, and
it's my first crowdfund and my first personal project.
That's good. I mean, for most people, I definitely don't see them hitting this 8-10K level at this point. It's just a testament to your talent right here. I mean, anybody who clicks on this can see how good of an artist you are, and that's
Thank you.
I think talent shines through, and that's why you're getting where you're at. So how long have you been at it for?
Well, I've been a professional illustrator for about 13 years or 14 years. So I've been doing it for quite a while. But it's all been for the most part like indie companies or like startups, like small scale things. Every once in a while I'll get something big from a big company, but for the most part it's people like me that are still kind of like on the first tier of trying to get into the industry.
That's great. And good you hooked up with somebody like Alexander, because Alexander's part of our crew where we're getting here cranking out books, and I know that not only are people going to be watching, and Jill in the chat says she likes the baby sounds. We miss the baby sounds a lot here on the left.
Yeah, that's my daughter. The timing was a bit funky, so I got the kids now after work. So
we used to have
we thought we would.
Here.
Right, so I've been sitting in front of this computer for the last hour and like 15 minutes thinking that we would be going live at 4.
Oh crap! So, did I give you the wrong time?
I don't know what happened. All I know is that
I was 4 too.
I was falling asleep here.
I'm sorry. I'm here now.
Yeah, we're here. We're doing it. Hopefully,
I might have to bounce on the early side, unfortunately, but
that's all right. But we're not only a group of potential backers, but we're a group of potential people who might be buying your art for book covers around here in perpetuity. I think
that's great news.
It's really good to get you around here.
That's why I've been trying to spread the word about his art too to everybody, because the second I saw this and I was like, this is a guy that I want to do this art, and I think a lot of the rest of the crew is gonna as well. And so far, everybody I've shown that cover to has just been like, wow, goodbye. Who was that? So I'm really glad to see that Lolo's getting the recognition.
Yeah, that's great.
Nice. When's your book come out, Alexander?
Well, you know what? I was supposed to. I wanted to have it out a couple weeks ago. Found the last few typos. I just got it from the formatter. I don't know, about 20 minutes ago. So I'm looking to upload everything after a final check within the next couple of days. So good timing.
That is good timing. What's the book about? The book again. We were just going over. It's called The Last Ancestor by Alex here, and Manuel did the art for it. So we got like a nice combo. What's your book about, Alexander?
So it's so you're friends with Adam Smith, of course, John.
I know my boy Adam.
You know
Smith.
How my boy Prometheus. So his big push is to try to make Christian fiction not be lame.
Yes.
And this book is kind of in that vein. It's not. I wouldn't say it's not a Christian book per se, but the idea is that there was some kind of war on earth, and for whatever reason, people of all religions had to flee. They had to flee, and there was one group of Christians. They tried to get off the planet to avoid persecution, and they put themselves onto these big ships and ended up in life support, that sort of thing, which is it's a common sci-fi trope. But I tried to do something a little bit different, where the planet they end up finding, when the ship's sensors indicate that it can support life, it's just as hostile as Earth. So they end up on this other planet, and it's populated by that sort of race of dog-like people or creatures that you see on the cover.
Yeah.
And they're just as hostile because they see, and well, yeah, they're kind of mindless mooks, you could say. But the dog-like race that the humans nicknamed growlers, because they remind them of dogs or bears, just don't like having outsiders, and they kind of confine them to a small area because they don't want anything about the outside off-planet world to spread. So the human side, the only thing that's keeping them in alive is the fact that they have firearms. The growlers are a little bit more primitive, swords and spears and things like that.
Wow, that's subversive.
So the main character is yeah, it wasn't intended to be like that. It just worked for the story. But I guess there's a message there if people want to find it. Superior firepower can beat superior numbers. But so the main character, the kid you see on the cover, he's a teenager. So he's born on this planet, and like all humans, he doesn't like the growlers, but he ends up saving the life and meeting a young growler who's kind of different than the rest of his people. He's interested in the humans, and they become friends. So the premise of the book is that they kind of stumble upon a conspiracy, you could say, and they're trying to stop another war between the two people because this one has the potential to just completely annihilate the humans. And the main character, his name is Garrett, his father died in the last conflict, so he's got a personal stake in it too. And then his friend, the growler, is trying to he wants to be more like the humans, more intelligent, thinking, but he also wants to be like his own people, very fierce and warlike. So it's that kind of conflict that drives it. It's got lizard bug men, it's got giant snakes, it's got other cool aliens, a freaky landscape. As you can see, the planet from Lola's cover, it's got rings, it's got like this really kind of I was going for an Edgar Rice Burroughs meets kind of an 80s coming of age movie with a lot of gunplay in it. So
nice.
Very exciting. Great. They ride giant cats, scaled cats. Maybe you can even see some Masters of the Universe influence there. But that's the premise of the book, and it's got action, it's got humor, all that good pulpy stuff. So I'm hoping that people like it.
Cool. Well, we'll definitely, be blasting that out as soon as it comes out. So that sounds great.
Well, thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yes. Very exciting
book. And what I like about your story here is also the fact that it's got a.
I will in a sec, pal.
I'll mute him real quick. That it's got like a nice family theme. You've got parents who are loving their kid rather than like some subversive parents don't understand BS. And I like that because you don't see that these days. You don't see parents actually caring for their kids, except for on Alexander's screen right now where he's caring for his children.
Yeah, I might have to bounce into big guys.
Yeah, it's all right. No. I'm sorry to bring this so late.
No, that's fine.
You know what? The children endear you to the audience. It's even better.
Thank you. Yeah, I need them because otherwise I'm kind of a crank.
Cool. Hastings in the chat says this looks very cool. Yes, the art's beautiful. So where I don't know. Did you want to present a nice familiar story like that? Was that the intention?
I actually started creating this world, these characters, and the story such a long time ago that it was before I had a family of my own. So I actually started writing it like 11 years ago or 12 years ago, and I just kept putting it off. I would work on it for little periods of time, and then I put it off and say, okay, I'll get back to it another time, and then I'll get back to it eventually, and then work a little bit more. What was interesting about working on it that way is that every time I felt like I had a little more wisdom to add to the story, because I kept spending such long spans of time without getting to it that when I get back to it, I felt like no, this is kind of foolish. Let me impart some wisdom here now, and every single time I would go back to it, I would have a little more wisdom to shine, to add into it. And it was always like a story of a family, the parents and the kid, but the lessons that were being learned in the story, it kind of evolved. The interactions with the characters changed. to become more intimate and more real, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I've always been.
We got you a backer. Let's update the backer total. We're at 8221.
Are you kidding?
So
oh wow!
the dollar
Excellent.
amount has not.
We got to get that up
yet. All right. The
Look
dollar
at
amount.
that! Oh, thank you. Thank you, William. William.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, William.
I love you, William.
Excellent. That's so great.
Edwin asks, "What project is this?" This is In Search of Sacha. It's a storybook, so it's a painted storybook. Not a complete comic, but a painted storybook.
Right.
Fully painted storybook. How many illustrations are you going to be? Oh,
it's gonna be close to 70, about 66 or 67 illustrations. You're gonna have basically either full page or double page spread. So it's gonna be just big art all across the board, you know.
Awesome. So that's what people are gonna want for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a lot of work. You're really putting if you're doing 10 to 20 hours per drawing on this, I mean, this is going to take you half. I mean, have you done most of this already?
I have. Let me see. Again, I still need to go back to a lot of the paintings, but let me think. I have all right. So right now I have it designed for 77 or 78 pages, and out of 78 pages, I have 43 of them mostly done.
Wow.
So what I do is that I'll make a painting. Huh?
You've already put more than 3 months of work into this for sure, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I started such a long time ago that I'm able to use some of the art that I created 7, 8 years ago and just update it, you know?
Yeah.
But what I'm doing is that I'm working each page or each painting about 80%. And then moving on to the next one. And so I'm trying to just block them all out at about 80 to 90% each. And then at the end, I'm going to just go back to each one and polish it and finish it.
Nice.
And so I'm hoping to get it all done. I'm hoping to get the first proof of the book by early December. I don't know if I can promise that right now, just because of how hectic things can be. And the campaign requires so much attention from me.
Yeah.
You see 119 backers, right?
Yep.
I'd say
the finally updated. It's good.
Yes, there you go. Thank you, William. So out of 119 backers, I think we have about 5 to 6 complete random people like William, like people that I didn't personally contact. So basically the other 115 or 110 or whatever it is has been people that I'm directly contacting, people from high school, from junior high school, just random people on Facebook, people that I've met or I've known in the past. So basically my point is that it's been a lot of hard work, contacting each person individually, asking them to please look at the video.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so it's really hard.
And you had that one angry guy who inexplicably kind of just shot you down like a real you-know-what, but
yeah. And interestingly, it was a previous client, somebody I did some artwork for. So a sci-fi writer who was an award-winning. He won at least, I think, twice the, what do you call it? L. Ron Hubbard Sci-Fi Short Story Award or whatever. I don't know.
Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, that guy. Anyway, so this guy was a sci-fi writer for a long time, but he somehow made a transition into salsa dancing. And I don't know how he did that.
It's such a natural transition.
It's weird. He's Latvian too, so it's I don't know how he gets the Latin rhythm going, being Latvian, but hey.
They sound alike, that's why. Latin, Latvian.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, I thought he was a perfect fit for me, for me contacting him with the video and oh, this is perfect. This is the guy that would definitely respond. Nope, he's the only one that has responded with a kind of nasty comment saying that I shouldn't be bugging people. sending personalized messages.
Absolutely, you should. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, I know.
It must be the weather there or something.
No, it's weird because on the other hand, I've also had people say, "Hey, it's so nice that you contacted me personally." Like other person has been grateful that I did an individualized comment. It wasn't like a spam, it was like individually typed, message. Hey, check out my video, and I address it to them. Basically, I'm not doing mass spamming. I'm individually contacting the person with with their name and whatever little history I might have, I'll try to sprinkle it in there. Like, hey, remember me?
I don't do that. I 100% mass spam people. So I just shoot out my message. I've got a mailing list of like 5,000, and I've got everybody I've ever contacted like on it. It's just
I mean, I did that. I've done that too, and it has worked to some degree. But I also have to kind of go back and do the individualized message later when I see that it doesn't work too well.
Yeah, gotta try that later. And hello, welcome, Larry Bernard. Earlier.
I'm sorry. Oh, Alex?
Yeah, gents, I gotta bounce. I'm sorry. It's about that time. I gotta get dinner for the kids and everybody, and it's my anniversary tonight, so I want to have it ready
congrats.
when my wife gets home. Thank you.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but this was fun, John. Of course, Lolo, and we'll do it again soon. And best of luck with the campaign. I'll be keeping an eye on it as I'm cooking. So
thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Got real quiet all of a sudden. It's kind of
right. All the baby noise, all the kids.
Sweet. So we're getting there. We got you one more backer at least, and hopefully.
Thank you. That's excellent.
I've netted no backers. I've netted 0 backers over my first day.
Hey, I'll back it.
I do this every day, and it's all the same people. So
I'll back it. What's it called again? Let me find it.
Don't back unless you want it. You don't got a virtue signal. It's fine.
I'd like to back it eventually before the time. How many days do you have left?
I've got 22 days left to go on this golden thing.
22. Okay, so I can do it sometime.
Update the landing. What's my landing image, Edwin? I don't even know what my landing image is.
Let's see.
So, what is a landing image? Landing image on my Kickstarter? Let me check.
Which Kickstarter?
Are we talking about this? What's wrong with my?
That's the one. That's the one.
This is my landing image. This is my cover. I got to go with my cover.
Right. I haven't made my cover yet.
The interface that allows for multiple images in the top banner space. You mean on StreamYard here or whatever it is? Should update the landing page. Lolo should update the landing image on his Indiegogo. What's your landing image? I don't know what your landing image is.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this because figure that out off the air. All right. So we're both trying to get to our wonderful 10K here. I am probably, let's see, I'm 230.
You're very close. You're like $35 away.
200.
Oh no, sorry, 230. Right.
$235 away. That just a few more backers. If you've not backed this yet, guys, especially if I hit 200 backers today, that'd be nice. Even if we don't hit that 10K,
right.
Got to just inch closer to this stuff and make it a thing and knock that. I am going on a podcast later tonight, and if I can hit 10K before that, actually that would be the most ideal thing. So I'd go on that podcast and be like, I've hit 10K. And that way, I sound really cool to those people on that podcast.
I think you'll do it. Today's the day.
That's what I want. All I want to do is sound cool to the people on the podcast tonight, guys, and that's how you can help out. Sweet, yeah. So this is your first deal, and you've been doing sci-fi art for 13 years. Is this your full-time job, or do you do other stuff too?
Yeah, it's my full-time job, and but over the last couple of years, I have taken on like part-time jobs, just to keep everything afloat. But I'm hoping to be able to do this full-time without having any interference for any other sort of jobs,
Yeah.
What I'd love to do is just keep pumping out books, keep making books, and hoping they sell, you know?
Yeah, this is a really cool thing. This whole illustrated concept. Have you done other people's illustrated books, like all the way, like multiple pages?
No,
like this, or usually just covers.
No, right, just covers and a lot of times covers, but movie posters and stuff like that, storyboards.
Sweet.
Yeah. Every time I've been contacted for like a storybook or some sort of children's book or something, it never pans out. It just kind of like falls away. That's just the way it goes.
Is it because of pricing usually, or like what's it usually mean on that?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's pricing. I think the people that have contacted me aren't ready or something. You know, people that aren't. You know what they say, that a lot of people like.
We just got you another backer. Thank you, Samily. I appreciate it. Thanks
for incredible!
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Incredible.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, people aren't ready. Yeah, I see that a lot, and I actually have that problem with artists on the opposite side. So I've done a lot of comics over the years, and anytime, especially when it's somebody who wants to collaborate or something like that, rather than a paid artist up front, which I'm getting a lot more now that I'm having all these Kickstarters that are making 10K, 20K, whatever. I get a lot of people going, yeah, let's collaborate, and I'm like, okay, I've got like 50 scripts here, have one. They never finish the job, I find out, and it's always a problem on the opposite side. I don't know what it is about creatives.
No, I've had that happen to me throughout my whole career. It's people. I think it's because of the level where I'm at, which is kind of like I'm a professional artist, but the level of work that I'm doing is still kind of entry level as far as how big the products are or the projects are.
Right.
And I think that's part of it. You attract a lot of people that feel like, oh, I can do that. Let's do it together, free.
And most people can't do it.
Right. It's a lot of work.
That's the deal. Even longtime professional artists sometimes have trouble finishing things up. I've seen over the course of things.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Well,
that's what I'm trying to shake off with this project. It's been in the making for so long, and it just kind of hit me hard this a few months ago. Like, you know what? This is it. I gotta finish it. I can't let this thing just be there waiting. I'm gonna be 39 soon, and so that's part of what's moving me. Is like, okay, I'm almost 40. I can't be this loser who can't finish a damn project.
That's good motivation. I like that, and I think a lot of people, as that sort of happens, you kind of get your butt into gear, and it pushes you. That's a healthy attitude as a man, I think, to want to finish your own creative works and want to better yourself. I've been pretty good about putting out product for a while now. I mean, that's not my deal. But what I committed to at 36 this year is I'm going to make myself not a fat ass anymore. I'm getting myself in shape. So
great.
I'm down 25 pounds since January.
Nice.
June 1, and that's the deal. So it's like.
And how are you doing that? Is it all like, is it diet mostly, or is it working out more?
I'd say 80% diet, 20%.
Right.
Working. So
that's what I've also found. Yeah, the diet is usually what makes it happen.
Yeah, and you got to keep yourself doing it, because where a lot of people fail, and a lot of people, this goes for creating the arts or doing a diet or whatever you want to do. A lot of people always think, okay, I can do this. Maybe I'll do this. It'll spend a month on it or whatever and get it done. That's not going to create a professional work. That's not going to create a work ethic in you that's going to, get you skinny or whatever. That's going to be 30 days and then quit. That's amateur hour right there. For anybody who actually wants to accomplish something, you're committing to this for the long run. You're committing to this for every day, forever. And you got to have that passion about whatever you're doing if you want to succeed, I think.
Right. And the interesting thing is that when you harden that discipline muscle in one aspect of your life, it bleeds into everything else. So you become better all around. Yeah.
I was just talking to somebody offline about this, and I'm not going to go into the specifics, but this is just a personal relationship. We're going to get into some deep stuff right now, guys. it's about a personal relationship, and one of my friends, has a problem with another one of my friends. Basically, is what it comes down to. They had a fight. It's been cold ever since. They've been kind of butting heads ever since, and he doesn't know what to do, and he's frustrated. And he's like, I'm like, well, what's your objective? Do you want to repair the friendship? Do you care about the friendship? Is that first? Do you want to have like some business relationship with the guy? Because those are two separate things, and you've got to treat things a different way. Or do you want to just not have anything? And he's not sure. And when you're not sure, I don't know. I'm a fiery guy, and I can tend to get hot, and it's my Latin roots,
Right.
Sure,
I know. The passion.
It's the passion.
The passion.
I
need it.
And angry sometimes, as much as I get happy and energetic sometimes. And so I totally relate to what my friend was saying about my other friend. And I'm just like, look, and he's just like, I just want to lash out. I don't know. I just want to tell him he's a piece of crap and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know the situation. I've heard one side of it. I'm not taking sides. They're friends. They're both friends. I love both these men. And I'm like, look, you could do that, but that's the undisciplined approach, and that's just gonna exacerbate the problem. If you want any solvency with this, you have to take the disciplined approach every time, and this goes for anything. And so this goes for personal relationships too. If you want to fix things, you have to take that disciplined approach in a relationship also. And that's the one thing I think that I think that's like the primary lesson of your 30s, is just to have that discipline and just to put your best effort into whatever you're doing, whether it's art, whether it's trying to better your body, whether it's trying to better your soul, trying to better your relationships, whatever it is. That's the type of stuff that I've learned over the last year and a half.
No, I agree that the 30s, they really are the years that you kind of cement yourself into who you're going to be, I think, for the rest of your life. The 30s, I'm not saying that you can't change and transform later on. I don't know. I'm sure you can, but I believe that the 30s is where you form the habits, that will affect the rest of your life, really.
Yeah, I agree. Cool. So we got you. We're like.
I wanna thank Samuli.
Yeah.
Interesting name. Where's that from? Samuli Olki. That's interesting. Thank you so much, Samuli. I don't know where you're from. Let me see. Where are you from?
He's out in it's either Norway or Sweden or something.
Yes, Finland. Finland. Oh, I have some good Finnish friends. I'm not. If you look into some of what I've done in the past, I've worked closely with a team of filmmakers. Actually, a friend of mine who started as just a rapper, and he just had hopes to become a film. At first, it was just he wanted to direct his own music video, and that ended up becoming him directing a film. Now he's a full-blown Hollywood film director, and he bought a house in the hills, and he's over there. I don't know how he did it. It seems like it happened overnight. Anyway. Our debut film project attracted a couple of guys from Finland. So we had a co-director from Finland, and the sound guy was from Finland, and they're great people. So a little shout out to Finland in the house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I love those little ties across the world. That's the best thing about, there's bad things about our online environment, which we can go off on all day long, of course. But the best part of it is we can meet awesome people from Finland or from Hawaii or from wherever, and we would never be talking to these people otherwise. And that's honestly a blessing that we got.
It's incredible. It's incredible. We get to live today. It's amazing, really. I just feel sometimes like I'm not making the most of it. It's like, God, how can I use these modern times better to our advantage?
It's really hard. And I'm obviously trying to build up the stream here as part of that. And by the way, guys, if you have not hit like or whatever, or subscribe on whatever stream service you're watching this on, hit the little hearts on Periscope if you're watching on Periscope. That sort of thing helps these algorithms. And I keep trying to say this every time because I want to make sure that that's impressed upon everybody. But that's how other people see what's going on that aren't already in the circles. And that's what we want to do, is end up growing this platform. And you've seen what we've been doing over the past couple of weeks as we've really gotten serious about this, is we've been promoting different artists, promoting different indie writers, and trying to create a new community that's going to build up the next platforms for new art, because otherwise you're just going to be stuck with Disney for the rest of your life, and you're not going to be able to have anything going on. And you don't want Disney, you want this stuff.
Right. Yeah. Trying to get around all the subversive agendas in our entertainment.
That's the goal. Levy, welcome. Levy's my colorist on my book. Levy, finish my book and get out of here. I'm just
no, stay, colorist. What's his name? What is his name?
Levy Ramirez. Yeah.
Levy,
L-E-V.
Levy Ramirez.
Yeah. So he does my colors for me.
And who's the artist? The penciler or the inker or whatever?
Jethro Morales. Yeah.
Nice. A lot of Latino names.
Yeah, I know.
Good.
Because we're all hard workers, and we work a lot harder than everybody else is when it comes down to.
I don't know if that's really true though.
Very true.
They don't have siesta in non-Latin countries, non-Spanish countries.
I know, but it helps us work later into the night. You know?
Good one.
Or drink later into the night. You know, whatever. Jill says, I wish your CA lunch hour was the same as mine. I'd watch more regularly. Actually, I'm much later than my typical lunch hour today because I had work stuff. We were supposed to do this yesterday, and then I'd work stuff then too. So this is the drawback of this sort of streaming hour is, you know, I make time when I can, and I can't do it all that consistently. But it's not like I can do it at night because I got my kids and stuff like that. So this is the best we're going to get.
And are you streaming from home, or you said you're working? Do you work from home?
Yeah. So
okay.
So I just carve out my lunch hour and then call it in an hour, and then get back to work. And that's
nice. And so what do? You post about it like, hey, I'm about to go live.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll see on Twitter there's actually a stream going up there, and on my Facebook there's a stream going up there, and
nice.
It usually does pretty good. So this is a new thing. So I was unable to stream for a while, and then I found this streaming platform that lets me post these streams to like every streaming service simultaneously.
That's awesome.
And I was like, hey, Patreon supporters, if you want to help this happen, help me pay for it. And my dudes came in. I appreciate my dudes who came in and helped me do that. So I won't name you by name in case you don't want to be associated in public with me. But I appreciate you guys being there anyway. So yeah, it's cool.
I was gonna say if you I'm not sure if it'd be good, but if you want to take a break, you can probably play my Indiegogo video campaign, the video promo.
I'm not sure I know how to do that. Let me see if I can make that work.
You can take a little water break or bathroom break or something while that plays.
Let's see if this works. Guys in the chat, tell me if you can hear.
I can hear it.
Hi, I'm Manuel Guzman. I'm an illustrator from New York, born and raised.
Can you make it full screen?
Let's see.
Does
that work?
I've worked on book and album covers, storyboards,
Does that work?
posters for movies and
Yep.
TV shows. Now I'd like to introduce you all to a personal project I've been working on for several years. In Search of Sacha is a storybook for the whole family. It tells the story of two caring parents as they struggle to find their son, who is going through a harrowing time. Sacha's parents are Alicia and Amar, guardians of the sacred woods. Each contains a burning light within them, a purifying light that can cleanse evil and provide rest to tortured spirits. A light they have passed on to their son. Alicia is warm and motherly, but also fiercely protective. She wields a sword that cries like an eagle and controls the winds, and she will let nothing and no one stand between her and Sacha. Her husband, Amar, is master of the earth, controlling the trees and plants and the stones themselves with his staff that roars like a lion. He is stern and wise, loving towards his family, and uncompromising in the face of evil. Young Sacha's journey, though dangerous and distressing, proves to be a coming-of-age chapter for him and a learning experience for the heroic parents. Fashioned for young adults with a love for high fantasy, the book will consist of over 60 large, detailed paintings that illustrate and capture every moment and emotion in vibrant colors. In Search of Sacha is filled with ups and downs. It'll be hard to put down this riveting, action-packed yet touching tale. What I'm looking to make is a high-quality product. A hardcover book bursting with color on every page. Between raising 2 children and making a living as an artist, I struggle to find time to complete this passion project. This goal is very clear to me, but obligations have a way of pushing some dreams further and further away. I know your support is the push I need to make this a reality, and to build on a legacy my sons can be proud of. With your help, we can bring this dream to life. And once you all have a copy of In Search of Sacha in your hands, I'm sure it'll be something we can all feel proud to have been a part of. Those of you who support this campaign will get cool prizes such as limited edition prints, a chance to commission me for original paintings, and more.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, you mentioned you were in film and stuff like that. You made a high quality video. I didn't even bother to do a video for my.
Well, let me say something a little bit about that video. I had a cousin of mine basically do everything for me on the video. I'm not good with video at all. I actually don't feel comfortable on video, so he did a good job at making me feel comfortable, making it look as if I felt comfortable. But this cousin of mine, he's actually a singer-songwriter, excellent musician, and I, even though it's a little early, maybe I can talk a little bit about my stretch goal. Okay. If we get to it, you know. So the idea is, if we are able to reach 15K, you can actually scroll down and read a little bit about it if you go down all the way. So the idea, there it is, you passed it. Stretch goal.
All right.
So let me read it. If the campaign is successful and we surpass our initial goal, we'll get the extremely talented singer-songwriter Chris Hierro to write a musical score that will be featured in a digital app version of In Search of Sacha. And so the idea with that is, I want, it's not just gonna be like a what do you call it? A digital book. It's gonna be like an app, because I want there to be a score that plays with it. And so the idea is that depending on what page you are, is what part of the score is playing. So that way, the music corresponds with the page you're on. So that's the idea there. So I wanna make a really cool app that you can really zoom in on the artwork, because I've noticed that a lot of the digital books, you can't zoom in that much in the comic books. You can zoom in a little bit, but not so much. I want to be able to zoom in a lot.
It depends. Really. I make my own Kindle files for my books, and you can set the zoom.
Okay.
The part is you can set the zoom. It's called panel view, and I'll walk you through it. We can talk about this offline too. I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
So we make a Kindle file of this, which I do suggest putting this up as a Kindle book at some point.
Right.
Well, right. You can actually set the zoom on different panels to be whatever they can, so that each panel or each thing can kind of.
Right. That's what I want. I want people to be able to zoom in so far that it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And I can see that your art really, like, I mean, you really put so much detail in the small details.
Right.
When I'm going like this, it's like, oh wow, now I see all this cool stuff in the background here that I didn't see before. I mean, it's sweet. Yeah.
And so the special part about it though is that the musical score. So all the music in the video is all composed by my cousin Chris Hierro. Oh, by the way, you might he's on tour right now with a international superstar that you might know. You know who Alejandro Sanz is, right?
Yeah. No way.
So my cousin is his backup singer and his piano player.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He's exceptional. I mean, I did. If you look at the updates tab, you see there's updates with 3 updates.
Yeah. Alejandro's they're gonna be here actually in about a month.
Right. No, they're here. They just played Radio City Music Hall like a few days ago, and now they're touring all over the States. Yeah, he just got back from Spain and I don't know what other European countries, and now they're touring the States. My cousin has toured with him many times in the past, and he actually took a break from touring with him because he wanted to focus on his own stuff. But they called him back, and they really wanted him to come back, so he's back with them. And anyway, I'm just really excited about what the digital version of the book can do with a musical score. I don't think we've seen anything like that really, where you open a book and there's a musical score that plays like a movie. Are you there? Hello? He's frozen. I got disconnected. No, hold on. I got disconnected from this. Babe, I don't have. Are we still live? We're live, babe, right now. So hold on.
And that is. I know, but it helps us work later into the night.
Good one.
We're drinking later. It says, I wish your CA lunch hour was the same as mine and more regularly. Actually, I'm much later than my typical lunch hour today because I worked stuff. We were supposed to do this yesterday, and then I worked stuff then too. So this is the drawback of this sort of streaming hour is.
I got disconnected. No, hold on. I got disconnected. Esto salió ahora. Goodbye.
My internet cut out. Is it still going?
Hey, there you.
Is it still working?
No, I mean I came back. Are you there?
Weird. Did yours dropped out too?
Well, I was still talking. Now I hear echo of myself.
Okay. You're in here twice, it looks like.
Oh, because it kicked me out.
Are you there? Oops. I kicked you out. It's all me now, peoples. I think we're still streaming, which is amazing if that's actually the case. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Everything kind of shut down for a second. I think StreamYard had a problem. But it looks like we are good to go. All right. I got my book cover. And I think we're all right. All right. So maybe he'll come back in. Maybe he won't. And if he does, that's great. If he doesn't, I think we're still streaming so we can survive. And so, Manuel, it's pretty cool that he's got a brother who's on tour like that. I might actually go see his brother. It's possible. We'll see how he's doing on his campaign. He looks like he got 2 backers over the course of the stream here. I might just end the stream because it's kind of weird at this point. All right, guys. I don't know where Manuel went or if he's coming back, but we are. Oh, he's back. You're back. Welcome back.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. It just at first I think
weird.
You got frozen. Yeah, I saw your face. I was talking to myself, I guess. And then my wife came in at one point, and I was like,
wow!
Wait a minute. She was interrupting.
I missed the wife discussion. So sad.
You'll see it in the playback. I was like, hey, what are you doing here?
That's cool. That's cool about your cousin, though. So, music's one of my things too. I just his recording sounds great. I wish I could figure out how to record like that. That's my next life goal, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to my video, the campaign promo, my voice sounds bad because we didn't have a proper microphone, but everything else sounds great. You know, the music and the sound effects and stuff. Pretty cool.
It definitely does.
So yeah, I'm super excited, you know, at being able to, in the future, if I mean, even if we don't make the stretch goal, I'd like to somehow plan for it somehow if I can. Like I said, to make a digital version of the book that plays music. And I know it sounds simple, but it's actually not so simple because I want the music to reflect whatever page you're on. So it's gonna transition, you know, with whatever the story's going through.
Cool.
So I'm super excited about that.
Well, that's fun. I hope it hits that, and I definitely want to get it there as best as possible. Looks like my peeps are very excited about it, and as they should be. It's good art. So support Manuel here. I appreciate you coming on. We're just about wrapped up with my hour now that we had our weird break anyway.
Right.
So yeah, let's make the push for 10K for both these books, both mine and his, and we'll hopefully get there. That's the deal.
Right.
So
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, John.
No problem.
Very cool meeting you. Cool talking to you for the first time.
You too. I guarantee we will be working together in the future.
I hope so. We gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
And if anybody out there can please go to Indiegogo and check out In Search of Sacha, and watch the 4-minute video and read through the overview and all that. See if you like it, and maybe get a copy for yourself. And also get a copy of Flying Sparks, which I'm super excited to get for myself too.
Cool.
So
thanks, guy. All right. Well, that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll be back, and Tim Lim will be back with me at our regular lunch hour, barring any strange happenstances with work again. And so I hope you guys enjoyed today. Manuel, it's been a treat having you here. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Alexander, if you watch the replay, loved having you here too. Great people. So
and maybe we can come back on once the book is real.
Please do. I actually, if there's a way to stream you drawing and doing your thing and just like hanging out and talking over that, that would be my ideal. Like if there's a way to do that.
I know a way of doing it.
I know you can screen share. Yeah, guests can screen share. I don't know if you can screen share your deal there.
I haven't done too much video stuff, but I've screen shared using Google. What is the Google thing called?
Hangouts.
Yeah, Google Hangouts. I've done screen sharing there, and it's pretty fun, you know.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Getting feedback from people while I'm painting, that's pretty fun.
All right, guys, back the books. They're in the description below, and make sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, that this helps us all grow, so we can keep doing good things for indie people across the globe. Until next time, with God's will and your listenership, we shall return.
Good night.